Welcome to Chasing Our Tips, Keys to Victory for Round 7. Thursday and Friday night football. First up is the Seagulls versus the Dragons. The Seagulls look fantastic when they play fast and continually run the Lotmau line in behind the markers, and desperately need to do it for 80 minutes and not just play in moments. Lehigh Hopewadi's been phenomenal since coming into first grade, but lacked a heap of confidence against the Sharks, letting balls bounce and not closing distance in defence, and was way out of position every time. It's every fullback's duty to be directly behind the ball at all times, and we're about to find out exactly what Lehigh Hopewadi's made of by how hard he fights back. The Seagulls are $1.60 for the win, and a Lehigh Hopewadi to get 2 tries plus will get $5.50. Now for the Dragons. Val Holmes proved he's the game's #1 strike weapon at the moment when he tore apart the Titans and fixed the yips with his goal kicking. Luciano Leilua made an immediate impact against the Titans with tremendous offloads and will be a huge danger man on his edge against the Seagulls. All the Dragons' attacking weapons have to stand up and entertain for 80 minutes this week because the second half of the Dragons versus the Titans was extremely dull and boring. The Dragons are $2.35 for the win, and a Val Holmes try get you $2.75. Game 1 of Friday Night Football, the Dogs versus the Rabbitohs. The Bulldogs' Jack Todd made his first grade debut against the Knights and caught my eye with big hits, hard runs, and looks like he could turn into a special player. Preston showed his class again when he outmuscled and dismantled the Knights. Kurt Mann was another dog that had a blinder against the Knights. He ran hard with second phase and offloads, and it was a pleasure to watch. The Dogs are $1.30 for the win. A Jack Todd try will get you $7. Preston's $3.50, and if Kurt Mann can get over, you'll get $7. Now for the Rabbitohs. Jai Gray was a monster when the game was on the line against the Cowboys, with some of the best support play I've ever seen. He just needs a few more Rabbitohs to stand up with him. The Rabbitohs look better and better the more time Tallis Duncan has on the field with his power carries and fast play the balls. It really levels up the Rabbitohs. The Rabbitohs are $3.50 for the win. Jai Gray's $2.75 for a try. If Tallis Duncan get over, you get $6.50. Game 2 on Friday Night Football, the Dolphins versus the Storm. Saifidi had a horror night with his hands against the Panthers and needs to have a blinder to make it up to his boys. I want to see the hammer come out and be directly behind the ball at all times and sprint for 80 minutes because he's barely got out of first gear all year. Donahoe lifts the Dolphins the second he gets on. He's great in defense and gives the Dolphins some awesome shape and power and attack. The Dolphins are $4.30 for the win. Saifidi's $8.50 for a try. The Hammer's $2.20. If Donahoe can get over, you get $11. Now for the Storm. Jerome Hughes proved he's a real footballer once again. The Storm once again fell apart when Hughes didn't come out for the second half. Straight away, the Storm's kicking game and shape and attack went missing. I want to see some improvements from Harry Grant. He's still overplaying his hand and one of the worst milkers in the competition. Xavier Coates had the game of his life against the Warriors. He looked like he could score off every touch of the football, and he pretty much did, and scored a 9 in Chasing Hard Tips player ratings. The Storm are $1.22 for the win. A Jerome Hughes try will get you $2.60. Harry Grant's $2.50 for a try. And if Xavier Coates can get over for 2 tries plus, you'll get $3.10. That's it for Chasing Our Tips Thursday and Friday night football keys to victory. And I'll see you all at full time.